Now he's fucking
Mm,
recording us. Good.
Mm.
mm.
Let me do the stopwatch.
Fuck. Yes, it's another shitty podcast. 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 Yes, it's another shitty podcast.
Hello and welcome to episode 8, I hope so, of season 2 of YASP, short for Yet Another Shitty Podcast. My name is Ali. With me is my co host Amir Reza.
YOLO.
He's very sleep deprived, so we're hoping that things don't.
I'm not that much sleep deprived, but I am sleep deprived.
You literally told us that your brain was at 15% capacity.
Yeah, I was exaggerating to shut Babak up. By the way,
Okay.
we have
Oh, yeah,
Babak
we
and
have
Soheil as our guests.
finally.
Say hi, Yeah, well, say hi, Babak.
Hey guys, glad to be here.
Are you though? Are you really glad to be here?
Yeah, because it's a South Park episode, so
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
Mhm.
okay.
Not because of us.
yeah. Screw I'm here, to be honest. I don't care.
Hello everyone,
Soheil? Mm.
I'm Soheil and I don't know how many episodes I've been here so far, but
You're
I'm glad to be
basically a
back.
co-host at this point. We've
Yeah.
actually made this joke quite a few times, but it's not a joke anymore in some sense. So.
Yes.
I'm
And
correcting you.
we finally have Bobak and Soher together after so many,
Years, so many
so many.
tries. So
Yeah.
well, I am to blame for some part of this incoherency, one might say.
Yeah, well, fuck you.
Partly, fuck you.
Yeah.
But life, man, life, and assignments and uni work. Bobek was neck deep in bullshit. Not TA, university. I don't know, slavery.
No. Volvo, not
PA.
Volvo
university.
slavery. Well, isn't Volvo a part of your university slavery somehow?
No. It's like I'm doing my master thesis at Volvo Cars.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's different, but anyway, it doesn't matter.
I
Now
I
I'm
would
done.
Yeah.
I would like to have a Volvo car.
Oh my God, please. Okay, let's talk about South
Yeah.
Park. Let's
Yeah.
start talking about
Today's
South Park.
today's episode is about South Park, the bigger, longer, and that's the movie.
No.
And we're going to talk about South Park. First of all, though, I'm sure each of us at some point came across South Park in our own little weird way.
Yeah.
How about we start there and talk about how did we get to meet these low-rendered, low-resolution, funny cutout people? I mean, why don't you start?
I'm trying to remember how I came across them. I don't remember if someone introduced this show to me or if I stumbled upon them by myself because I was going through a torrent downloading phase. I think because I remember I was really into Family Guy, and then I started looking for comedy cartoon sitcoms, and I think that's how I found them myself. I was in
Mm,
third grade of high school, which means
okay,
I must have been around 15.
16. Oh,
No,
yeah.
I went to school 1 year sooner. I went to school at 6, so I was 15. And I binged, like, I think at that point it was 2011, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know what season that makes it. Season 16.
I mean, 2011 would be let
I
me
think season
just
16 or 17. I'm not sure.
oh no,
Anyhow,
no, it's 15.
okay. I think I binged it in like 3 months, and I watched most of it actually on my iPhone 4. Can you believe that? And
You uncultured
uh,
swine. Okay.
yeah, I watch a lot of it on my iPhone 4. And so yeah, that's about it.
It's not even a good iPhone.
Well, back in the day, it was actually a good iPhone. In
Okay.
2021, it's not a good iPhone, obviously.
Okay. So that's how you got to meet them.
Yeah, and I gotta be honest, after watching this show, jokes aside, I think my personality changed, not in a bad way though. Or maybe in a bad way, I don't know. I good way for myself, I think.
Oh, nice. Soel, how about you?
I'm actually trying to remember how I started it. Like, I knew
Am
that
I the
I.
am I the only one here with a functioning memory? I remember how I got them.
Well, the thing was that I always like had it around somewhere, like on my hard drive, and I tried to watch it for a couple of times, and I started it, and I just couldn't even go through the first season, so I stopped. But somewhere, again, the same as Amirza, during my high school years, I started watching it, and I think one reason was that my English got better, so I understood lots of the jokes like much better, and then I realized like how funny it is, and that was something that before that, especially if you want to try to watch something like South Park with subtitles, it's just gonna like I
It's
think
not good. Yeah.
reduce the effect by like half of the amount, and yeah, I think that was how I started watching the show, and then at university, like the days like I remember during university I rewatched it and I played the games, and even nowadays sometimes I watch a random episode just if I have nothing to do. So yeah, it's been around ever since then.
Oh, nice. Babak, how about you? And please keep it short. I beg you.
Okay, so to keep it short, I can say I started with the movie, so Bigger, Longer, and
Oh,
Uncut. Yeah, I was kind of a nerd back in high school. It was I think in my second year. Yeah. So basically, one of the guys recommended the show, like the movie and also the series, and he mentioned
What
that.
year is that when you were in your
Uh,
second
I think
grade
it's
of high school?
05 or 06. I'm not
Okay.
you're
honest.
old, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You're
yeah.
like really old. In 2000 and, in 2005 and 6, I was like 8.
Okay. You just doxed yourself. I think I did too.
Yeah, we talked about this. I was born in 1997. People already
Mm,
know that.
okay. Okay.
And yeah, so I basically bought all the DVDs for the movie and also like all the seasons.
You
I
bought
think
them?
it was, yeah, I bought them.
In
Uh,
2005, internet connections here weren't good enough
yeah.
to download them.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Really? Oh, I
we're
okay.
talking about ancient technology at this point.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
so
Not
but
globally, I mean here in Iran. And by the way, we all pirate this because we don't have access to
Yeah.
cable or original discs, so we all pirate this shit. And when he says I bought DVDs, he doesn't mean actual original legal DVDs. He means bootleg DVDs.
yeah,
I mean, to
I
be
want.
honest, just to dox Babak and Soheil, me and Amir Reza don't have any way to legally acquire them. Both Soheil and Babak do have legal ways. They are just
Now
cheap.
they do, but in 2005
Yeah.
they didn't. They haven't been here for like 2 years now, so
Shame.
I
that
mean,
hasn't stopped them from pirating. You know, that's a lifestyle now. But anyways,
Yes.
but I want to mention this first, like before starting talking about South Park. I think we have met because of South Park.
oh yeah,
Yeah. So
Oh,
Sohail
me
really?
and
introduced me to Amir because of South Park.
yeah, it was actually during. We will talk about this in the second episode of GTA. But GTA Online had been around for like 2 years, and they had just introduced the heist missions.
Oh,
And for heist missions, you need 4 players. and me and Soheil and another friend of mine, we all the three of us would play, and one player would be random, and that's not a good thing in a heist. And Soheil was like, "Hey, there's this guy who is also a fan of um South Park," and I was like, "Okay, okay, interesting. I will
Nice.
give him a chance." And then the tragedy happened, and I befriended this beautiful person.
Yeah.
Wow.
Literally, that was my explanation that I said that, yeah, I know this guy who knows South Park as well. And he was like, oh,
Yeah,
okay,
because
let's
in
play with him.
university, me and Soil had got really into South Park. We would just, play episodes
Yeah.
back to back and reminisce over
I
them.
mean, that's the beauty of media. Me and Amy we met over BoJack Horseman.
Yeah, and our mutual hatred towards Fight Club
Yeah, fuck Fight Club.
and Nolan, by the way. Yeah, fuck
And
Fight
Christopher
Club
Nolan.
and Nolan.
And French people, because it's not a YASP episode until
If you
at
don't,
some point, yeah, we
yeah,
say fuck the French.
So we have
not
something in
we.
common.
I like the French.
Okay.
You hate the French.
No,
Oh
no,
my,
we hate the French. I don't.
Not we. I don't. I don't have. I actually really like the French.
oh my God, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I just like the sassy French baguette.
Okay, we need to talk about South
Oh
Park
my
more.
fucking God.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, yes, yeah,
Uh,
Actually, South Park makes fun of the French, so in some
yeah.
ways
not
it's
only the
topical.
French people, I think basically everything. Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it doesn't
Yeah.
matter who you are. Like,
yeah. Even Persians, like they have made fun of us, and we are not
Uh,
that important in global
what
affairs.
episode?
The
uh,
episode that the Lesbos cafe was being
Oh,
yeah,
bought by
Mr.
Persians.
Mr.
yeah,
Garrison,
yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Garrison just had a sex change operation, and he
I,
would
I,
go
I,
there.
thought- I thought, I thought you
He would,
meant that goat episode where the
no, they
Afghan
go
that's
to
guys were.
Afghanistan,
Afghanistan.
I think.
No,
Yeah.
but they do speak Farsi, but it's not in Iran. But yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah. They
Mr.
do
Garrison
speak.
would go there
They
to
do
to Caesar.
speak Persian, not Farsi,
Yeah,
because Farsi
yeah, like
is they speak it with our accent, not
Yeah.
the
yeah, like
Af.
Keyvano Koshtan, something
Uh,
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
There's
don't know.
also one more episode, the Ginger Cow episode. They
Oh
they
yeah,
make
Yeah,
oh yeah,
Channel One
yeah,
news that the guy, I forgot his name, like the
yeah.
guy who always do the Channel One news, he just shot himself.
News anchor, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I remember. I remember that. So yeah, that's how. Oh, I need to talk about how I met South Park. Uh, honestly, my journey is kind of like Babak. I also saw the movie first, and then I watched the show. But it was because I was looking for animated movies that are made in late 1990s and early 2000s because I haven't watched a lot of them aside from Disney stuff. And so I started watching that. I was also a nerd, but the difference is I am still a nerd.
Babak is
And
still a nerd too, so
oh,
I mean he's
you,
here.
I mean, yeah, you fucking nerd.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
yeah.
And I watched the movie and then I watched the show, but I didn't really, to be honest, get into it until like
when is that?
that's like when I was 17. So
Hmm.
it would be like 2015, 16 back
Okay.
then. And but I really got into it when I was in university, and there was this girl that really liked South Park, and so uh, I I w-
She was the one,
she
or
was she. I mean, it's a long story, but the short version is I was simping, and so I decided to watch South Park out of simping.
hmm.
Hmm.
Yes,
But like for me, that's
Did
the
it
only
pay off?
quality that you need to have.
I
Like,
mean, the relationship ended with like in a really bad note.
like
Nice.
shitting in on the front of the doorstep, or
I mean, I want to just say fuck you, Amy, so you already knew this story.
Yes, I know, but the audience doesn't know.
No, it wasn't that, but yeah, I watched because of her, and I mean, I had fun. The thing is, she was also a fan of season 20, which was
Wow, that's a
yeah,
that's a tragedy.
yeah.
I'm actually happy that that didn't work out.
Fuck yeah. Uh, and and with that amazing segue, let's talk about the history of South Park a little bit. What's it about? Where did it come from? How did it got to be there? And well, from my understanding, and my understanding is not very high, there was a short called Santa versus Jesus,
Yeah,
which Matt Stone and Trey Parker, or did I
yeah,
say their names? Yeah.
yeah,
Because
you did.
I sometimes mix them up. I say Matt Parker and Trey Stone because
Huh.
Okay. No,
yeah,
you said them correctly.
okay. And they were friends and collaborative partners. They had a musical. I don't know if you've seen it, Cannibal the Musical.
That I haven't watched.
Uh,
Same.
oh, you definitely check it out. It's so funny. And they were friends then, and they make this short, and Comedy Central, I think, was it Comedy Central or Adult Swim? I'm thinking Comedy Central, but in my head I'm thinking like it might be Adult Swim. No, it's Comedy Central.
Okay.
They sort of went to them and said, well, do you want to make a show for us? They were trying to get the show on Fox, which at that point had The Simpsons. I think Family Guy came after that.
I think Family Guy is also 1997. I'm not sure though.
Uh we should check these before we start recording, you know?
Um,
Should we though?
no,
Would
Family
that be
Guy is
fun?
1999.
Oh, all
Yeah,
right.
no, okay. So they didn't have Family Guy yet, but Fox outright refused the show, and so they went to Comedy Central and made South Park. Now, the style of South Park is cut out, which, for those of you who don't know, is sort of like stop motion but in 2D, meaning
Yeah, exactly.
you have
Uh,
your camera. They actually make an episode in South Park about making that Santa versus,
Yeah, it's a meta
yeah,
reference episode in some sense.
yeah, but
I
they
think
actually,
the pilot is also used. They also use cutout technique for the pilot,
for
if
the
I'm not
pilot, yeah,
mistaken.
for the pilot, they did cutout, analog cutout, meaning they actually explain it perfectly in that episode that you have your camera situated above a flat surface, and then you have a bunch of cutout pictures, and you move the limbs, taking pictures, and then just put them next to each other, and then you have an episode. And the pilot is actually analog like that, but the rest of them are not. They are digital.
Ali,
Yeah, they are still kind of cut out, but
Yeah,
they have.
they're no longer
And I
analog.
think they kept using the texture of their original cutouts for quite some time, or
Uh,
I'm not sure. Maybe they are still even using them.
Yeah,
I mean, the texture was, yeah, construction paper.
there was one thing that I don't know in which episode, I'm not sure, but seasons into the show, they realized that they don't have a side view of Eric Cartman. Like he's always from the front, and then they had to design his like how fat is this, like he is like from side because they
I
needed
mean,
it, and
to
yeah,
be honest,
fat,
he's
but
not fat. He's big
He's
boned.
big boned, of
yeah.
course.
yeah, he's big bone, yeah,
Like
and but yeah, they just kept lots of the the mouse movements that they had for different vowels and different sounds, and but they just use computers to do that, and I think they haven't changed the style of the show forever, like it's still the same. And
Yeah,
that was one of the things that I think in an interview he was saying that that's one of the things that make our team able to create episodes very fast, and they have to do lots of edits, and they're going to change a lot, and then
yes.
they just end up with a lot of extra footage that they're not going to use. So
The
um,
thing is that again, for those of you who don't know, Simpsons, Family Guy, Rick and Morty, all of other animated shows have a writing period and a making period, meaning a season of Family Guy is being written and being made at the same time. Like an episode of Family Guy in that season is being written and made at the same time as all of the other episodes.
Yeah, and a
So
few months before they start making
yeah,
it.
which is why most of the topical jokes in Family Guy, in Simpsons, tend to usually not age very well because, well, they change it.
Yeah, by the time they air it, it's been like
Yeah.
2 or 3 months.
There is an infamous one in Rick and Morty where they force a reference to COVID in, I think, the train episode. I don't remember which episode exactly, but they
I think
forced
it's
it.
the train episode.
Yeah. They forced that reference in, which is why Rick's mouth doesn't sync up with what he's saying.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
And yeah, if you check it, it just doesn't really sync up because, well, they changed the line. So changes in those shows come very limited. Like you can't really change anything. But South Park, unlike them, is being made weekly.
Yeah, 6 days. There's actually a documentary on YouTube.
Yeah. Which is why when Trump won one of the shows that was like in the middle of it and could react accordingly was South Park.
Yeah,
Which
but
I mean,
they were
yeah,
expecting Hillary to win, and that actually
exactly. That
fucked up
fucked
the
up everything.
plot. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Which
guys, I think we are getting off topic a bit. So, like, let's finish the history.
oh,
Like,
we are
Yeah.
this is part of the history. I mean, this
I
is how South Park is being made in contrast to all of the other animated shows.
yeah, but like, let me add a couple of
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
to that. So basically, first of all, like, you mentioned that they were negotiating with Fox, and back
Yeah.
then Fox had like The Simpsons, X-Files, and like the reason that they stopped the negotiations was like the basically in South Park there's a character named Mr. Hanky, and like I don't know about
Yeah.
you guys,
Mr.
yeah, but
Hanky, the Christmas poo.
yeah,
Yeah.
they
He's a
stopped
piece of
negotiations.
shit. Literally a piece of shit.
Yeah. So they stopped the negotiations because of that one, and then they went to MTV and Comedy Central, and then I think Matt Stone and Terry Parker decided to go with Comedy Central because
Yeah.
this show is not suitable for kids. Yeah, so basically it was.
MTV at the time had their own comedy show, which was Mark Judge's Beavis and Butthead.
Wow. That show,
Yeah.
I mean, I have actually tried to watch Beavis and Butthead and also King of the Hill, two Mike Judge
King of the
creations.
Hill, King of the Hill is a masterpiece, you uncultured swine. But Beavis and
I
Butthead, I agree.
just no, I don't get him. Like, I actually went on a Mike Judge watching spree a few weeks ago with Soheil. I watched Office
Did
Space and
Yeah, I wanted to mention that Office Space is a great movie, by the way. Definitely check it out, people.
yeah, I actually wanted to say Office Space and Idiocracy, and I was like, before Silicon Valley, I don't really connect with any of his movies. Like, I get it, but they're just too
Well,
vanilla.
you have, well, to quote Soheil, you have very bad tastes.
Come on, I mean, in 1999, Office Space was good, but in
It's
2021,
still,
it's
I
just
think it's still good.
not really. I mean, it has a few good parts, like the part they
Beat up the printer.
break, they tear down. Yeah, that's a classic. But the other parts are just yeah.
I mean, I still remember how good it feels to be a gangster.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
again, at this day on this day and age, is it at this or on this?
I mean, you know what this means? We need to, at a later date, do an YASP on Office Space and Idiocracy.
On
But
Mike Judge. But again,
yeah,
this is a tangent. Let's get back to the history.
yeah. The
So
history.
yeah, I
MTV at
think
the time had Beavis and Butthead, which I think, I mean, you have to realize Beavis and Butthead, even as much as it hasn't aged very well, I think, is very influential. And I do believe that for some part, they were hoping that South Park be like Beavis and Butthead.
probably, and I think, but the difference is that Beavis and Butthead is truly stupid and stupefying at the same time. But South
Well,
Park isn't at all like that.
South Park is still stupid.
No, it isn't. It's superficially stupid, but ultimately it's genius. But Beavis and Butthead is just downright
I
stupid
mean,
in all
w-
levels.
we'll get to that because, to be honest, when we get to the seasons and all of that, I do have a few nitpicks on South Park.
Okay.
But anyways, Babak, you were saying that so they went to Comedy Central.
Yeah, so I think the first episode was Cartman gets an anal probe. That was the first
Yeah.
episode, and
Yeah.
that one was a bit tricky because when they tested that that episode with the audience to just test how they react, like women were a bit how to say it, angry. So yeah, so they were hesitant to show the episode and air it. So I think they ordered like 6 episodes at the beginning, and then like it got a bit of attention from internet and all the people, and yeah, they started like this.
Yeah,
I
I've
don't
heard that.
know.
Sorry, I've heard
No,
that
no.
the cheesy puffs that they've got the sponsorship in South Park, the sales just skyrocketed after the show aired because just how everyone just liked the show so much, and I've heard that that's apparently they paid not a lot for the advertisement, and they just got a huge like return from it. And I'm not sure, watching a video somewhere that it has been like one of the greatest outcomes in the history of advertisement, because of just no
Nice.
one thought it's gonna work, and then everyone
Yeah.
just loved it. Eric was eating cheesy puffs all the time.
that's that's actually kind of horrifying when you realize a lot of people said, "Well, Eric is eating cheesy puff. I want to be like Eric fucking Cartman."
Yeah, like me, like
Well, fuck you.
he is my idol. Like I
Wow.
want to
Like,
be,
Wow.
yeah, I want to be like
he's
Eric.
saying this unironically. I wish he was saying it ironic, but he is unironically
There you go,
To be
Eric.
idolizing.
honest, a few times I found myself in a Cartman-esque manner, and those times I felt like shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
that's the difference. You felt like shit, and it wasn't your intention.
yeah, but
But he
I don't understand why
tries
don't you like him?
to.
Like he's very good. He's very talented. He's like a genius.
I mean,
Mm, he's very
he is
good.
he's
Could you
none of
explain
them.
what
Mm.
good is? Could you define good?
Yeah, so he has an objective. So yeah, he has an objective to follow. And
He
Mm,
actually doesn't have an objective. His
he's a
objective is
Machiavellian.
literally no, his objective is literally standing in front of the other people's objectives.
That's an
for example,
objective in and of itself, though.
yeah, let's
It's
say you
not.
want to.
It's the literal meaning of antagonist.
Yeah, but let's say you want to gain like $10 million. What do you do?
Well, I don't enter the specials Olympics
Mm,
pretending to
yeah,
be
but not that one. He built
physically
a church
challenged.
for that. I think he built a church for that one. Uh,
Yeah, he became an evangelical
uh,
preacher.
Yeah.
he called Kenny in Mexico and he asked
And
how
they
is.
also had the Christian rock band because they wanted
Yeah.
to get a platinum record.
But that
The
was for a bet. That was for a bet with Kyle.
it's actually kind of fun to see all of the different trends that well I was watching it in 2015-16 that time, and there were these trends that I didn't really know, like Christian rock bands apparently were a thing at some point, or Korn had a guest appearance.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
the Scooby Doo
hate that
episode.
episode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which I mean, okay, I don't know Korn, and I think that this is the first time in the last couple of years anyone's ever said Korn, but
yeah. Wow,
they were
early new
big
metal
back then.
bands.
There actually
Yeah.
been
Yeah,
some really nice guest appearances in
Oh
South
yeah,
Park.
yeah.
It's
yeah.
like they had Jennifer Aniston in one of the
early
early
seasons.
episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had
George Clooney.
Metallica for the
George
movie.
George
Clooney.
Yeah,
Clooney is a dog, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
George
yeah.
Clooney
yeah,
plays a dog. And
Yeah.
actually, Jerry Seinfeld was supposed to film a cameo for South Park, voice a character, and he refused because they wanted him to voice a turkey.
Well, I don't know why he would refuse. He's a very narcissistic person.
Yeah, exactly. And because at that time, Seinfeld was like big,
Very huge.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, huge. You think the advertising thing, I wanted to talk about how Seinfeld did the same thing for Snapple. The thing is, Snapple is not dead.
Hmm.
But so yeah, with the history, the rest is, as you know, history. They got the show, they got it running, people loved it for the most part, and it's still going strong, sort of.
Yeah, 24 seasons.
Yeah,
If you consider the last one a season, two specials so far.
it's not a season, it's specials. I mean,
Yeah, it's like 1 hour, I guess, each.
yeah, I mean
Well,
it's like 6 episode season.
So
yeah, but
far, because they might release another one. I don't know.
I mean,
uh,
I don't know. At the same time, that I like the fact that South Park can be much more topical than its other compatriots, but at the same time, I think that's a detriment because they don't have time to develop a lot of their ideas, which gives us the perhaps the best bad take in all of South Park history, the Man Bear Pig.
Mammer Pig with
yeah,
Al Gore.
is it?
yeah.
Yeah, they made fun of Al Gore when Al Gore was saying global warming was a thing. And they literally had to do a whole season where Al Gore makes them apologize.
uh,
And that wasn't something small. Because of that South Park episode, a lot of people simply didn't believe Al Gore. And well, look at the state of the world now.
Well, it
yeah,
doesn't matter if people believe South Park or not, because the people that actually have a say or an impact on the environment aren't people and are businesses. And it doesn't really
Yes
matter what
and
people think.
yes and no, I think, because at the same time, a lot of the thing that corporations get away with was because of people like uh, uh, Trump that gave them the leeway to sort of dump all of your waste or
Well,
for
Trump
fucking.
was elected president because the
Pres-
corporations
I
made
mean,
him president. It's not the other way around.
dude. At the same time that I want to say yes, they had an impact. At the same time, it was the half of the American people that voted for him, which is scary, but
Yeah,
true.
but the American, it's actually there's a word for it. I don't remember, but basically, I think Noam Chomsky actually said it up to like upwards of 90% chance of any candidate to become president is determined by how much money they get in their runs and the primary elections and all that.
Well,
So
yeah,
like
that's
you
one of
can
the
have 10,000 candidates line up, and then uh
they run
the
out of money. They really
sponsors,
run out of
yeah,
money.
the sponsors, they don't run out of money.
I'm just
Many of
saying
them, like 99%. Well,
that
politics
South
is
Park,
actually a big part of
yeah.
South Park.
I'm just saying that South Park episode in particular, I think did more harm than any good. And it's one of the things that if they have like a month more to think about
yeah,
it,
but I don't
they
agree.
I
might
don't
have
think if a month
I,
would have changed it. Like they held their view against the severity or the importance of global warming for a few seasons actually. I think it was just
the
recently.
existence of global warming, not just
Yeah.
importance. They downright mocked the existence of global
Yeah.
warming, which is I mean it's one of the things that it hasn't
Well, to
aged
be
well.
perfectly honest, it's still debated, to be perfectly honest. Like there are
It's
still
debated on how much fucked we are. It's not debated whether or not it's real. It's debated
no, it's
amongst Trump fans, but fuck Trump fans.
no, don't make it political, scientifically speaking. It's
Oh no,
debated not that global warming doesn't exist, but if global warming is something that man has actually created, like if it isn't
mhm.
something that naturally occurs. There are many scientists in that field that still believe that what we do does not, you know, have enough of an impact to.
I mean, at the same time, I think there are a lot of studies that show there
Yeah,
is
I'm
a
just saying.
rise in.
Yeah, I
I
know. I'm
know.
just saying that
It's
you
debated.
just
I accept
yeah,
it's
and
debated, but
it's
they,
mostly weighted towards the reality of global warming. I personally think it is real, but I'm just saying
I
that
mean,
you can't
you
just.
have to be literally blind to say it's not real.
No, that's your opinion. Because we're not
Okay,
scientists, and even if we
eh,
were scientists, it would still be our theory or our own opinion. So
no, the
Okay,
fact
let's
that it's
use.
real, not what's causing it, the fact that it's happening.
Okay,
even
let's.
that, how are
Yes.
you sure
Dude,
that it is happening?
because the ice caps are fucking melting. They're getting smaller
Oh,
and
and
smaller
how
each year.
how do you know that? The media
Because
told you
I've read
that?
studies.
Yes,
Because
who
people
wrote those
people
studies? You know,
fucking
the our
scientists.
understanding of the world is shaped by the media, and
I don't care what the media tells me. There are people who literally observe the ice caps and they're seeing that it's constantly melting.
okay, but okay, let's not get into this because this is supposed to is about South Park, but I
Yeah.
just don't agree with you on those terms.
Don't agree with me on what? On the fact that global warming is real?
Not that it isn't real on your, on your trust in the media and scientists to this level.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm just saying that South Park episode on Man Bear Pig is one of the problems I have with them. A lot of the stuff has just aged so poorly. Whether it's the token Lives Matter uh, t-shirt that Eric wore, which is, I mean, yikes.
Why hasn't that aged well? That was a parody. That was a satire. That's the intention of
that
the show.
uh, that was a satire of something that at the time it wasn't shown how severe it is.
Okay, Ali. First of all, Man Bear Pig is real. So
Yeah,
maybe,
Man
yeah,
Perfect is they're
real.
saying it now. They have to acknowledge it at this point, and they have to spend the whole season apologizing to Al Gore.
Or maybe that was the plan. Who knows? And second of all, like, do you remember? Like, I think the first episode in season three, it was like about the Amazon jungles. Do you remember that one?
Well, I,
I
I think yeah, I think Jennifer Aniston is actually the guest on that one.
Yeah, yeah. So, like
uh
at the end, they mentioned that like destroying the trees had
oh
a lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
upsides. But yeah, so in a debate, you have a lot of good points and bad points. So that's debatable.
I
I,
think one of the
I understand.
features, one of the motives, not motive, like one of the things that makes South Park what it is being provocative. Like many times they actually intentionally at least try to look like opposing the public opinion or the common sense. And I think in that sense that
I, I mean, it's not a good look when most of the stuff they say later they have to redact because I'm saying this
most of
is
the stuff, that's a big claim. Like you just mentioned one of them. What are the rest of the most of the stuff?
the whole what was that guy US kill, the 9/11 guy.
Bin Laden?
Which
Or,
Bin Laden,
which
yes.
okay.
okay,
Bin Laden is a big poo poo head.
9/11 guy.
9/11 guy. Okay, what hasn't aged well about that?
Again, the severity at the time, the general consensus was at exactly at that week that we need to just move on, and they didn't realize how severe the question of terrorism is And this is
Oh,
something they have talked about later and said that if we would have done it like later, we wouldn't make that joke. And this is the thing that I'm saying is the detriment to a weekly show that is made in a week. Like, you have to realize, for it to be made in 6 days, it has to be written in two.
I mean, I agree that sometimes they misuse the idea. Okay, yeah. I mean, not all the South Park episodes are
No,
very
no,
good.
not all of
Okay,
them.
but
Are,
yeah, but like I'm getting this feeling that like that was a like an awful episode. Okay, not in my mind at least. But
uh,
anyway, like
no,
just following.
I'm just trying to say this is one of the stuff that is bad about this uh, level of production, which makes me see it as a detriment next to other shows that have months to prepare. Like, they have the. To be honest, the fact that they have months to prepare doesn't make them any better. I mean, Paradise PD has months to prepare, and I mean that's an awful show.
yeah,
You know that they don't do much like in the whole time. Usually, they start to do the episode in the last days. Like I think I watched like a documentary about how they make one episode in South Park, and
yeah.
it's like that. Usually they waste all the time, and at the last minute they sit and exchange ideas how they can like make an episode, and then they just move forward. That's how they work, I think, for most of
I
the
mean,
seasons.
that's the whole general idea of TV making. In Simpson does the same thing. They have months to prepare. They do it in the last few weeks. But the thing is, when you have a week to make an episode and you have like 5 days, 6 days, you need to make that
Yeah,
episode. You have to write it in two.
yeah,
And
and then rehearse
as
it and
someone, yeah, as someone who has written a 2 day script, it's not going to be your best, which is why I think the best thing out of South Park is bigger, longer, and uncut.
you
Like at that time, yeah.
you know, I think the problems you have with the show are what makes South Park, and in that way, I don't agree with you. Like the crudeness and the mistakes they make, and how provocative they are, and how bad some of the stuff they say age. I think they actually make South Park what it is. Like if it
I mean,
wasn't,
I don't
if
mind
they
being
didn't make
provocative.
the episodes in a week, and if they didn't say stupid things, it wouldn't be South Park. It would be another Simpsons or any other sitcom cartoon.
Uh, uh,
I mean, I don't mind that it's provocative. I want to mention another show that was very provocative for its time that we talked about, and it's actually related to South Park, and that's Monty Python's Flying Circus.
Yeah,
And it's related to South Park because South Park's animation style is literally an homage to Terry Gilliam.
yeah, yeah. We did mention that.
Yeah. And
And
go
come on,
listen.
if someone actually takes their scientific facts from a TV show,
Well, fuck
I
them.
think I think you don't have to blame the show for
I'm not blaming
spreading
the show for.
misinformation. Like
I'm
if
not
this
doing that.
idiot starts to believe or not believe in global warming because of South Park, I mean, that person would have based their opinion on the next stupid thing. So you can't just say
Yeah,
they were
I'm
not
not
responsible.
saying they were irresponsible. I'm saying that's the fact that they themselves feel like we didn't handle it good means that if they had more time to work on it, they would have made something better, maybe a better joke. One of the best episodes, in my opinion, is the one that I made a reference to a while ago, which is the Special Olympics one.
Mhm.
That one is one of my favorites. Uh,
And maybe in 10 years, you will be like, they didn't get the severity of disabled people's conditions. So, this is just, your,
to be honest,
your own.
if I want to say that, I would have mentioned Tama,
Yeah. Well,
but
you see,
But
This
yeah,
show is full of things like this, and I don't really get offended when a
I'm not
satire
getting
makes fun
I'm not
of,
getting offended,
very
dude. I
taboo.
don't
No,
twist my.
I'm not
I'm not
saying
saying.
you'll get offended. I'm just saying that they making fun of Bin Laden or thinking he's not a big deal, which I do believe he wasn't, and this whole terrorism thing is blown out of proportions again because of media. Uh,
I
this is
mean,
just what makes South Park South Park. I think
there are a
Ali,
lot of dead people who will disagree with you on that. But
these things are in South Park's DNA. For example, if they want to camouflage a black guy, they put like a white color on his face. So like these small things, yeah, maybe if you look at them like individually, they are not very good. They are rude, and
I'm
they
not
doesn't.
okay. Why do you feel like I'm like some sort of snowflake that is why? Oh my God, they said something politically incorrect. That's not what my point is. My point is the fact that they themselves feel like they are not doing it correctly most of the time.
Yeah, but you mentioned
that's
for the
When you
how an
Mandalorian.
see,
artist feels about their work. Like you as an artist, I think should know that.
yeah,
How many
yeah,
artists are there that when looking back at their work are satisfied? They're like, "Oh, I could have done this better. Maybe that was rushed. Maybe I shouldn't have done that." It
well,
rarely
yeah,
happens
but
that
it's
someone is fully satisfied with one's work.
yeah, but the thing is, most of the artists don't do that like a week later. And
How many
no,
times have they
no.
said that what they did was wrong a
I
week
mean,
later?
dude, look at their interviews.
Okay, even if they have like I don't know how many episodes South Park has, but when you say a lot of the episodes, I think you have a problem with the terminology. If they have 200, they should have apologized for 150 of them for it to be a lot of the episodes. I think you take like 20 episodes out of 300 and call it a lot. And I have a problem
I
with
mean,
that terminology.
I'm saying like out of the 200, like around 70 of them are so
But there
bad
are
that
70 of them have had
no, no,
interviews by them after
no,
a
no.
week.
Let me finish. Out of those 200, 70 of them are just so stupid that they don't even acknowledge them anymore. Like the fact that nobody even, not Matt and Trey themselves, acknowledge the troll
No,
subplot.
that's a high number. No, no, no.
Well,
Maybe
again,
20.
The troll
Uh,
subplot is a recent thing, and I think it was a season-long thing. Are you talking about the
the Trump thing.
Kyle's father thing?
Yeah, Kyle's father.
Okay, that's a that's a season like serialized thing, not
No,
a
they
one
didn't,
episode
they
thing.
don't even mention it anymore. Like, do you remember Helen Keller, the musical?
Okay. Do
No, do
they
you?
mention the
No,
pants, yeah, underpants stealing gnomes anymore?
it's because
Or the
it's so
member
stupid that
berries?
no, it's so stupid that they realized it's not going to work anymore. I'm saying that out of that 200, like 70 of them, they just vanished. Out of that, what remains, like 20, 25 of them have been really bad in terms of not only out of like with a thing of time, because I watched a lot of shows from 70s that haven't aged well. What well it was made in the 70s, like in the times themselves, they were bad takes, and it's a thing that comes when you have 2 days to write your script.
I don't understand. You're saying the story or the structure is bad or they are in poor taste.
I'm saying the story is bad, and what they want to say, what they want to parody is the parody itself is bad. That's what
Okay.
I'm saying.
Could you give us an
It's not
example?
well. This one is a bit subjective, but do you remember Chef,
Okay.
okay, which one? Which episode?
the last one,
Oh, where they kill him.
where yeah,
Okay.
the child molestation thing.
Yeah, the episode when chef is killed off
Yeah,
brutally.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I think that one was a bit personal. Like,
yeah,
Yeah,
because of Isaac Hayes, because Isaac Hayes
yeah,
was a Scientologist and he
yeah.
fall out of them because of all of that. And it's a thing that they're trying to parody how they want to kill off this character played by Isaac Hayes.
yeah. Again, I think that one
Okay.
is a
It's a
bit
bad,
personal
it's okay. It's a personal. Why am I watching a personal feud then?
because
I didn't know when I was watching it, I didn't know the reason behind it, but I found the death pretty hilarious, to be perfectly honest.
The thing
Like I
is,
didn't.
it wasn't it in and of itself. It's not a good episode in my opinion because the structure is just all over the place. It makes no sense, and the jokes aren't very funny. And when you realize what he's trying to parody, it makes even less sense.
okay, for example, for myself, I remember like Amir, I didn't know what was going on back then. So, like, I was kind of sad uh, because I didn't want the
Yeah,
chef to
Chef was a
die.
favorite
Like,
character.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was it. I think that was the goal, at least for them. Uh, but I think the
And you
bitterness
have to
was,
remember that they used
Audio
old
clips.
yeah, audio clips of the voice actor
Isaac
because
Hayes.
he wasn't there. Yeah, Isaac Hayes.
By the way, you know who Isaac Hayes is? Like chef.
No, like
He's
he's
a
a
uh
singer.
musician.
Yeah, he's a
He wrote the theme to Shaft.
I haven't watched Shaft. What is
Oh,
Shaft?
then well, Shaft is a very famous black exploitation movie. Has that
Oh,
who's the guy with blah 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 blah.
mm,
Shaft. Dun, dun, dun. And Isaac Hayes wrote that, and I think it got nominated for an Oscar. I'm not sure.
wow.
Like
okay.
it was a big
Didn't know
deal.
that.
Yeah, that was Isaac Hayes, and that's one
Yeah,
of the reasons Chef sings. They literally got him because of that.
yeah,
Whoa.
but
I
speaking of that episode, like that was the feeling that I had. I don't know about you, Sohail. How did you feel about Chef
Um,
dying?
well, to be honest, I think the whole idea of like feeling that the episode is like funny or not, or if it's like how you feel about an episode, I think it's something that can be different. So, for example, that chef episode was very hilarious for me, and there has been episodes that I really liked that I think everyone else just didn't like. So I'm not sure how to like. I don't think we can say that. Okay, the
yeah, it's subjective, I think.
every yeah, and but yeah, but if I just want to say my opinion, yeah, I think I really liked that episode, and just something funny about Chef because now that we're talking about him, there's something stupid that they did is that the episodes that when children see Chef, like you see that they always say the same thing, and they say, "Hello there, children," and they say, "Hi, Chef." The first time that they show Chef on his like the thing that he's
Debut.
wearing, no, the
Mm.
thing that is wearing, it's written chef with uh, small letters, and then from the rest of the scene, it's written in capital letters. It's just something that they did, and then it's consistent through all of the episodes. The first
Oh,
appearance of the chef, it's written in small letters, and then the next times it's always in capital letters,
To
which is
be
something
honest,
wow.
funny that they
I
did.
didn't pay that much attention
I
to
never,
I
I
think
also
South Park
didn't pay that much
there's
visuals.
attention. It's just I
a
read it somewhere.
alien head
Oh
Easter
yeah,
egg in every episode
that I
too.
know.
Yeah,
To
there's
be
also
honest,
the thing that all of the Halloween episodes that there is if there's a costume contest, always a Chewbacca wins the costume contest in during all of the episodes that they did on Halloween, and that is just something they did.
to be
Nice.
honest, I don't really pay attention to South Park visuals because,
Yeah,
well,
it's not the best looking show out
yeah,
there.
it's South Park who
Yeah.
pays attention to the visuals. To be honest, again, I'm not saying that the show is bad because of this. I'm just saying it's one of the occupational hazards of making a show in a week.
Probably. And again, I'm just saying that I feel that it has worked in their favor most of the time. And of course, they have had bad episodes, many bad episodes in the uh, post 18th season. They had a lot of bad episodes, I think. But before that, I think like 80% or 90% of their episodes were great, and like 10% of them were genius, and
I
only
mean,
20
I
10 to
I
20% of their episodes were mediocre by
Okay,
South
yeah.
Park standards. Yeah,
Yeah.
I I
and
really disagree. I think the problem is a lot of it comes to nostalgia too, because I recently decided to watch for this actually when you were editing the GTA episode. I was getting ready for this one. I decided to go back and watch a lot of the episodes that I didn't remember, like Helen
mm,
Keller the musical, and
mhm.
it's really god awful, like really bad, even by South Park standards. Not by South Park standards, by Brickleberry standards, it's really bad.
Well, that episode isn't, a favorite of mine.
I think you're thinking like the episodes you like. 90% of them, episode you remember, 90% of them were good, but the episode you remember are not the episodes they
I
show.
actually regularly watch South Park in the background of my computer. So it's not like, and didn't start watching it when I was 5. I started watching it when I was 15. It's been only 10
Well,
years.
dude, I'm
And
nostalgic for stuff I watched 2 years ago, and I'm
well, no, the
24.
thing is, I regularly watch South Park. Like, it's not something I have watched only once. And
Well, do you
I
remember Helen Keller the musical?
I mean,
I
yeah,
was
it's
just saying
many
that
songs
it's not
are
a favorite
favorite.
episode of mine, and there are quite like, let me think. Like in every season there are at least 3 or 4 episodes I don't really care about. And but that doesn't stop me from thinking that this show is probably the best show I've ever seen in my life. And
Well, I mean, it's not even in my top 10, so.
so yeah, this is what I mean. This is opinions. And I think in some
Well,
way
ah,
you try to sound like it's a fact, and that bothers me. Like, that's your
no,
opinion,
no, that's my
and this
opinion.
is
I'm
my
saying
opinion.
it's my opinion, but I'm saying that, in my opinion, this is how it goes. Like, a lot of the stuff that I remember from South Park is like maybe at best 50% of it, because the other 15% is so bad that I forget. Helen Keller the musical was one of them, which I mean I really hate that episode. The God, what was that episode called? Uh, I I don't even remember
Tell the
that episode.
story.
No, it was Trans and Phillips episode, but uh, I hate Trans and Phillips in general. I think it's a very unfunny idea, but it was like a full episode on them.
Oh yeah, I remember
I'm
that
going
episode. Yeah.
I'm going to look it up on Wikipedia.
There has
The
been a
quick,
few episodes that has been about them. There's one, the Canada on the strike, that
I
was
think he's
somehow
No,
about
talking
them.
about the
Trans and
one that
Phillips
they break
behind the
apart.
blow.
Is it the one
uh,
that they break apart and have to be reunited by the kids? Which
Uh,
was like in 2 episodes,
or
stretched
is it
2
no, no,
episodes.
the
it's
other one? Eat, Pray, Quiff? Is it that one? Eat,
oh no,
Pray,
no,
Quiff?
no, no,
Okay.
no, no,
No,
no, no, no. It's the one where Trans gets fat.
Okay, okay. I think it's the one that they split it. It's that one.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
it.
that's the one. Yeah.
No, the Quiff one,
And the kids have to go reunite him. No, the quick one is another one.
yeah, Quiff one is another one. It's the one
yeah.
where they find love. I don't like Trans and Philip. I think they are a very unfunny idea to begin with. I get, I get what they're trying to parody. They're trying to say like mindless children education. But again, the best thing about Trans and Philip was in Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, which is shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Anyways, I think if we go down this road of opinions, like I like this show, and then you going, "Well, I don't like this show," I think we made our points clear. I think it's time to talk about the structure of the show in some sense. Like, there's always the end of the show where the kids are like, "I think I learned something today," which is the name of actually a philosophy book.
Uh,
Uh,
Yeah.
the thing is, they haven't done that in quite some time. I think they ended it like season 15, 16. They didn't do that
yeah,
again.
yeah. I think that they stopped using it.
Yeah.
But 15 seasons, and mostly I think starting season 5, because I think season 1 to 5, uh, the show hasn't, found itself yet quite. It isn't there yet, and to watch them in 2021 and afterwards, it's not a really pleasant experience. Like, if someone asked me where they should start watching South Park, I would be like, start from season 5, and then when you reach season 7 and you have become familiar with this place, and you have grown a propensity towards the show, then go and watch the first 4 seasons. And I think between season 5 and season 17, 18, uh, there's actually lots to learn, and to uh, I don't know, familiarize yourself with the ideology of Trey and Matt and the way they think, their critical thinking, one might say. And I think that was one of the biggest selling points of this show to me. Like, it isn't just trying to be funny or stupid or anything. It's trying to convey a point. It's trying to educate you. And I think in that sense, it's the epitome of a satire. Like, it makes fun of things to help you understand things.
Anyway, if you want to talk
I mean, I have my disagreements with you on that. Mostly
Mm.
with the phrase critical thinking. I think I would go for contrarian rather than critical thinking.
Okay, guys, if you want, we can start from beginning. So, like, I think they started with this. I think for like they had like an intro with Matt
Oh
and
yeah, the
yeah,
fireside chat thing
Oh
with
yeah, I think
uh,
they did it for 2 seasons, right?
yeah.
yeah,
Two
for
or I don't remember
uh
to be
I
honest with.
don't even remember if that was the original thing or something they did for the DVDs.
But like
Like is it in the original broadcast or is it for the
That I don't know. But the
I
yeah,
think
that
it's
ones I
something that they've
watched,
added later.
yeah, I
oh,
feel so too because if it's such a show that is not very welcome and Comedy Central doesn't really know um like if they want to, why would they let them do this? Like it's a show that's going to go on for years.
yeah, true. Well, I hadn't thought about it. I thought it was something that was actually aired. But the episodes I watched had the intros.
yeah, same.
Yeah, the episodes I watched did have them too, but I know the episodes I watched were mostly DVD because they didn't have the channel watermark on them.
Oh,
So that I don't know.
Okay, anyway, after this, they had like another tradition to kill one of the characters, Kenny.
Yeah.
oh
Uh,
yeah, they
Oh
had
my
it for
god,
how
they
many
killed
seasons
Kenny.
did they have this tradition, this
season
running
seven,
gag?
season six. I need to check, but they changed the tradition to kill him at the end of the season, I guess.
Yeah,
Uh,
Yeah, and the
and
thing
I think it
was
was after
in
the
season
ladder
five.
to heaven, when they actually kill off Kenny for quite some time.
yeah,
They
Yeah,
were supposed to kill him off completely and no return for the movie. But
yeah, they wanted to kill him at the end of like somewhere in the season five, and not return him, and then they saw that it's a very popular character, and then
yeah,
they
I think
kept him.
Family Guy tried to do the same with
with Brian.
Brian.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it didn't work. At the end of the day, the capitalism wins. The one that you can make a plushie out of will come back,
Yeah.
which is a thing. I think a lot of the characters in the show that were supposed to be one-off characters became sort of big because of that, like Butters and Tweak.
Yeah.
Tweak. You know,
No, not
the
twig.
coffee one.
Twig. Yeah,
Yeah,
tw- tweak.
it's Tweak. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, tweak. The coffee one,
yeah.
which and the same with Butters. The thing is, and I want to talk about this a little bit since we're talking about the seasons. As the show progressed, like around season 17, 18, the focus shifted from the kids to the adults. I think right now Randy Marsh is more of a main character than Stan.
Yeah, he actually had a trajectory towards stardom. Like, the Randy Marsh we get to know, uh,
Is
starts from a
nobody.
normal, uh, what was his job? Like, he had to be
Geologist.
Uh,
geological,
he's
whatever.
a
In
geologist. Yeah,
Yeah, he's a
yeah,
geologist.
he observes the earthquakes, which at
Yeah, and
one
and I think
episode
the first intro
happens there is
to
an earthquake.
the first debut of the character, is when he saved the town from a an active volcano, and then he goes on.
I don't think it's the debut.
I think that's the debut. I'm not sure though, but anyhow, he's a pretty normal dad.
Wasn't he in Big Gay Al's like Big Gay Boat, right? The one where George Clooney is a dog.
I think he takes his kid there. I'm not sure.
I don't remember, to be honest. The fact that we don't remember tells enough.
Yeah, he's not
well,
an
because
important character.
yeah,
He's just a father.
I remember Cartman's mom,
But
but
he
I
goes on this path towards total insanity. Like, he
yeah,
gets obsessed with every fad there is, like Guitar Hero and
creme fraiche.
Creme
as
Fraiche,
thinking as lower.
and fighting in his in his son's games, with the audience. I thought this is America. Isn't this America?
The
Those
World of Warcraft one.
Oh yeah, the World of Warcraft one. And
yeah,
one of his characteristics is that he has an, I think, middle life crisis. Like, he tries to keep up with the times.
yeah.
Like the
One of
episode
his
that. Mhm.
one of his favorite episodes that I think he does this like childhood competition. He takes them to the next level. Is the Pinewood Derby episode that he
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
steal the
yeah,
particle, the
Oh
X
yeah.
particle, and then
Uh,
Large
no,
Hadron Collider,
no,
yes,
yeah.
LHC. Yeah,
Oh no,
in
Finland.
the disguise of Princess Leia.
Oh yeah.
I
D- Uh, uh,
He's now basically the main character. He has the farm.
Yeah,
He
and
has
then
the weed.
and then actually the show kind of renamed itself. Like, it became Integrity Farms.
Yeah, the that was season 20, either two or three, I think.
I think it's 23.
The one with Jeff Bezos. The one after that,
I think that was 20.
the China one, wasn't it?
Oh, China one.
Yeah, it's 2020. 22,
and it
2020. What am I saying? It's 2022.
Uh,
yeah, and it was at the same time that they started that campaign to cancel
Yeah,
South
Kansas,
Park.
South
They
Park.
Cancel
just
Yeah.
South Park.
started.
Cancel South Park was a bit before that though, because it was like, well, it was when Cartman had a girlfriend. That was Cancel South Park.
Oh yeah. I think then that's season 21.
I don't remember Cartman's girlfriend at all. All I remember is Kyle's reaction. Did she just call me a dirty Jew?
And also, I have to say, one of the saddest episode of South Park ever, when they start breaking everything that Eric has. It's just like
Oh
yeah.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
that
like,
broke
that,
my heart. That
Eric has
scene.
become a very
that is.
domesticated character.
Oh, that's season 20 then, because they think Eric is the troll.
Oh
Yeah,
right. Yeah, they take him to a cabin and destroy everything he
Yeah,
owns.
I actually didn't mind that. I was really happy then when they did that. It was a long time coming.
I
Screw you.
No, he had it coming. The thing was that the creators had decided to I don't know, nerf the character, one might say. Like,
The
the
thing
Eric
is
who would feed someone their parents in a chili is
that
now being
That's
beat
actually
up.
one of my favorite episodes. Eric feeding Scott Tillerman. Scott Tillerman?
Yeah,
What?
Scott Tenorman Must Die is the name of the
Must
episode.
yeah.
Yeah, which is a joke on a movie name. Someone must die. It's a girl that takes revenge on her cheating boyfriend. Not a good movie.
I haven't watched.
Not a
I
good
haven't
movie.
watched it, and I don't
But
know.
the thing is, they were sort of forced to nerf Cartman and other people because that's when PC Principle comes in.
Yeah,
Maybe, yeah.
PC
Basic
Principle
principle
comes
has
in,
been before. Like I think he started in season 19. He started with
yeah,
the when Mr.
and
Garrison left.
yeah, and he beat the shit out of Cartman, if you remember.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
Cartman does this whole speech that we are just two white guys and we don't know this and that, which I mean, a bit heavy handed on the allegory, but okay.
But nerfing Cartman was like a huge mistake. I think it backfired uh, quite badly.
I
They
mean,
tried to revive the character a bit, yeah, but it was a huge mistake. Like finding a girlfriend for him, dumbing
I
him
think
the
down.
finding a
girlfriend
girlfriend
thing,
for him wasn't a mistake, but making him a loser. Like he was a loser, but not in the traditional sense. Like he was a loser that could sometimes win. He was retarded and genius at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, the thing that, as I said, I don't agree with your word critical thinking because I don't think they do that. I don't want to get about the thing I really liked about South Park in general is the fact that they grow up in the same way in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I don't know if you've seen it or not.
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, It's
I
Always Sunny in
watched some episode.
Oh, in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, you have this character. Glenn Howerton plays it. God, he wasn't in the last two seasons, so I don't really remember his name. I know Mac and Frank and Charlie, but the other guy, the guy that's not Danny DeVito, Charlie Day, or the guy who was in Mythic Quest. And he is like this Adonis, like he is this super sexy, super hot guy, and everybody loves him. And it's like that for a lot of seasons until at some point he just breaks because you can't keep it like that, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Like after
And
you can
yeah, and I think it's the same for Cartman. You cannot be the genius guy because at some point you have to realize you're the fucking loser.
yeah, like I think Stewie in Family Guy also undergoes this transformation. Brian go undergoes like the change of shifting the focus from the kids to parents and then
Yeah.
integrity farms. I think they have to just come up with new ways and new angles to look at this show on. Otherwise it's just gonna die because you just can't keep doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the thing is that for Cartman, they just realize at some point, at least the times have changed. They need to change how they deal with Cartman, which is why Cartman is not that force anymore. He's barely even matter in season 23. Like I don't even remember anything he does. I remember
Yeah, the
Mexican,
focus is shifted to
yeah, to
uh
Randy. I
yeah,
remember Randy going to China, killing Winnie the Pooh, but I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
remember Cartman doing anything.
Like if you have like 200 episodes, it's hard to just focus on like four characters.
No, I
That's
mean
Yeah.
the season as a whole, I don't remember Cartman doing anything. Yeah, the Cartman became the focus because they realized if it's a character you can hate and he can do all the stuff that Stan cannot do.
Stan and Kyle.
Kyle Kyle has always been a side character in my opinion.
He's the
not always. Like I remember the episode that he was a bit how to say that the one that he found out about what Jews did with Jesus.
Oh
Remember that
yeah,
Oh
one?
yeah,
or the episode.
the Mel Gibson episode.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
or the
Uh,
episode he transforms into a black person because of his love for basketball,
yeah.
and
oh, the what you said. His dad becomes a dolphin.
yeah, that's disgusting. Jesus.
That episode is actually not about Kyle though. It's about Garrison. Garrison turns into a woman at the beginning of that
Yeah,
episode.
I'm not saying that it's about him, but he doesn't
Oh,
feel like a side character either. Like,
I mean, he
Jesus,
is
that
literally
episode
in
is
that episode is a
disgusting.
side character. He's the side character. He has the side plot. The main plot is Garrison becoming a woman and realizing that he doesn't get periods and all of that. He just
Oh
looks
my
like a
god.
woman. Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it. Oh, speaking of Garrison having a sex change, it just reminded me of of his or her or their relationship with
Uh,
Richard
at
Dawkins.
I,
The
Yeah.
trilogy of atheism having been transformed into religions themselves in the
I love
future,
that episode. Like,
waiting
I
for
remember
we.
science damn you.
Yeah. And one thing
Yeah.
about Trey and Matt is that they're both big gamers. Like in many of their episodes, it's are about games. Like they have console wars. They have Eric
I
racing for
think I think
Wii.
that is the last best episode of South Park. Like the episode that I really loved was the console wars. Like after that, they sort of started to lose me a little bit.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. Like I think
quite
that's the end of
recently.
season 18, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
I agree with you on that.
the Game of Thrones one, which I mean, why are we riding horses? Because they have big floppy penises.
Or the backyard of the guy that Eric used to betray everyone, and the
Yeah.
and the
I
owner
think
was like, mm,
that's actually the episode where they advertise Stick of Truth, which is the first
yeah,
game.
yeah, yeah,
I
the white
Yeah,
actually,
guy.
it was
I
advertising the pre-order. It was
Yeah,
like, if you believe in a pre-order.
yeah, I don't know if it was Soheil or one of you two sent me a torrent link for it.
I don't remember that.
Uh,
Okay.
back in the day, we used to have a Telegram group.
Yeah, digital heads,
Yeah,
good
and
days.
either Babak or Soheil, I don't remember, but one of you sent me a torrent link for Stick of Truth, and that was the first time I even played Stick of Truth. I always knew South Park games as that one where they play snowball fights.
Oh, that's a Nintendo 64 game.
Yeah, that awful first-person shooter.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I actually played that one, by the way.
You
Like
played that one. Jesus.
Listen, my life is I've played shit that nobody ever heard of, and I haven't played shit that everybody had heard of.
Whoa, hipster alert.
Yeah,
can we talk
mainly.
about the games? Like South Park games?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah, but
haven't. I
before
have
that,
to
I
be
wanna
honest.
mention the episode
Oh,
on Chinatown Wars when economy is going downhill. I think it's in Bush era that episode where when people had stopped shopping and stuff.
the
It's during
Or
Obama. It's
or
during
Obama is
the
it?
Obama's era.
Oh
Because
yeah, it's
at
a
the end
during
of the episode, it says that there's only one person we have to thank. And
And
Kyle think it's him that they're going to thank because he paid for everyone's debt. And it says like
yeah, he
it's we
actually
have to thank
crucifies
Barack
himself.
Obama.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't remember that one to be honest.
the one
I
that
remember.
Or the
Randy got.
Red Dead Redemption 2 episode
Oh,
when
that one
everyone
I
is playing
remember.
that.
Yeah, that one
So
was
That was a
quite.
season-long thing too. That was season 20. I think it was also season 20.
no, it wasn't 20. I'm sure it
No, no,
wasn't 20.
no, it should be 22 or 23. I don't know.
20 it wasn't 23. It wasn't the last episode. I know
But
that.
I remember Red Dead Redemption 2 was released, and like next week South Park released
Yeah.
like that episode, and we had like couple of conversation about Red Dead Redemption, and it was obvious that they played the game, like
Yeah,
they
they
knew
were
what was
actually
going on.
playing the game. Yeah. So they're big gamers,
Um,
Trey and
Yeah,
Matt.
I'm trying to find which season it was.
It was very
And
recent. It was
I
in.
I
It
know it
doesn't
was
matter.
on
I just wanted
23.
to make the point that they are gamers and games sometimes play a role in the plot of the episodes.
I mean, yeah, I totally agree. Like they do understand what in terms of games they are talking about, as opposed to what Family Guy does with gaming,
Oh
which is not
shit,
very
we
much.
forgot the I think it's not my favorite episode, but it's the I think highest rated episode on IMDb and the most famous South Park episode of all time is Make Love Not Warcraft.
Oh
And
yeah.
Oh, yeah, we talked about this.
No,
no,
we
The
not
didn't.
Warcraft
in
episode.
length. Yeah, I know, but not in length. Like that episode is
I mean, that episode,
widely supposed to
I
be the most favorite, apparently.
It has some of the most iconic South Park scenes,
yeah, it
especially
has
Yeah,
the
the
fat guy that plays video game.
yeah.
The it became a meme. The
Stereotypical
stereotypical
yeah.
neck-bearded
gamer.
gamer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, mom, toilet, mom. Just the
Yeah.
where he playing with the
Yeah.
guys and
It's
yeah,
definitely in my top 10, but it's not the, the best episode in my opinion.
I don't think it's the best one. I think it's the most marketable one, but I don't think it's the best.
Yeah, but
It,
according to IMDb and the fans, like I think it's the most favorite episode, statistically speaking.
well, good for them.
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite episode is the Imagine Land.
Oh, Imagination Land, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a great episode.
where
yeah.
Butter,
It's a
where they
trilogy or is
I
it?
think it's a trilogy. I think South Park has like two or three great trilogies. One of them is the Imagination Land. One of them is the Console Wars, and one of them is the jab they take at Family Guy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Whereas,
That's a great one too.
Also,
Oh,
the
yeah,
200 episode, I really like that one from like the ones
Oh,
that
the one that
continue
with Prophet
with Tom
Muhammad.
Cruise and yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Tom.
Okay.
That's one.
We talked about that actually in our Monty Python episode too.
Yeah, yeah.
The super best friends. That one was good. Also, the one with Richard Dawkins. I love that one.
Yeah, yeah. The
Yeah.
atheism
Richard
trilogy.
Dawkins. Richard
Uh,
Dawkins, I actually do like that man quite a lot, to be honest.
Richard. Oh God, they ruined him in that episode.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
but I there are a lot of moments I remember from episodes, but I remember Simpsons did it. I remember Mr. Cruz, please get out of the closet,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
which I don't know if you know the story behind that episode.
Oh wow, I just remembered I don't know the story behind that episode either, but I just
Uh,
remembered the did you choke him? Did you
oh yeah,
shoot him? That
Yeah.
that was a
um,
great one too.
the Mr. Cruz get out of a closet episode is the fact that Comedy Central told Matt and Trey they cannot they cannot say that Tom Cruise and John Travolta are gay. They cannot say that.
Oh,
So they literally put them in a closet.
Yeah.
that's creative.
Yeah, Mr. Cruz, please get out of the closet.
But I think it's time we move to the video games themselves.
Yeah,
yeah,
the
sure.
Stick
Stick
of
of
Truth
Truth.
and
To be honest,
Fractured but Full.
I have played the Stick of Truth. I haven't played the
At all?
Fractured Butthole. I haven't played it at all. To be honest, I didn't try. I want to say I have tried, but the fact is, as we said, we all torrent stuff here and we pirate stuff because we can't get them. And
Yeah, it's not because we are assholes. It's because we don't have access to.
yeah,
But actually, we bought the game. If you remember,
Oh
Amuse and
shit!
I,
Stick
we
of
bought the
Truth.
game,
Yeah,
the
it's
We
second one,
bought
and
not Stick of Truth, but Fractured Bottle. Yeah,
yeah,
right. We actually bought a
and when
gift
we
card.
bought it as a prize because we pre-ordered it like I think 2 days before it came out. As a gift, they also gave us Stick of Truth. Like that was like part of the deal if you
Oh
pre-ordered the
yeah,
game.
you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
yeah.
But
So we
when I
actually
well,
played
own
the
this.
Stick of Truth, yeah.
Nice.
But when I played the Stick of Truth, I downloaded it illegally. I don't know from where.
But
I played
Well,
it
to
on
be
my
honest, I
Xbox
wanted to say
360
that
actually.
I couldn't play it because it was some absurd number of gigabytes that I needed to wait to download, and so I didn't.
By absurd, you mean like
It
eight?
was more than eight.
Because I think it was around,
It
I don't
was
know,
way
eight
more
nine
than eight. It
gigabytes.
was like around 30 gigabytes.
Really? No.
Yeah, I think the second
I
game
don't
was
know.
big. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Are you
second
talking
game.
about
it was around
the second one? Okay.
the stick of truth was around 3 4 gigabytes, but fractured butthole was around 30, which is why I didn't download it. I mean,
Okay, I thought you were talking about the first one. Yeah, but the second one I have only played on PS4. Yeah.
Yeah.
oh,
But
you
let's talk
fucking
about the games.
console
The
peasants.
first game is developed by Obsidian, which are the quite masters of RPG games,
Yes, they
turn-based
made
RPG games
Fallout
and
New
RPG
Vegas
games. Yeah,
one of the
and it's
best
a
games ever.
fantastic game. Like as a
Yes.
game, like even if you take away South Park from it, it's a fantastic game. The combats, the RPG elements, everything.
They make fun of Bethesda in the
Yeah,
But
but the
Dovahkiin.
second one,
Amir,
which
one
is
question.
developed
Like,
by
is
mm,
it good for non-South Park fan? Because for us it was super fun because we knew
the
everything.
first one, I would say yes. If you're a gamer, it's actually
Um,
it might be a good gateway into South Park. But the second
to be
one, no.
honest, the thing is, it might be good if you are into South Park style of humor. If you are not, the game will be insufferable. I liked it because I liked the South Park style of humor, but the humor is part of the game. You cannot have it without that. So if you
Yeah,
don't like the style of South Park humor, you will not like the Stick of Truth. I will guarantee that.
yeah, but like I'm speaking for myself. I was laughing 24/7 for both, but I knew that I'm laughing because I know the backstory of this character or this scene. That's the thing. So that's different. Like if somebody who is not familiar with the South Park
I think the
environment,
game mechanics
The
and the
Stick of
gameplay,
Truth is I think is a good standalone thing. You don't have to know the characters in order to get to a Stick of Truth. You
yeah.
can play it because for the most part it does give you enough information. I don't know about Fractured Bottle. I haven't played that, but the Stick of Truth for the most part I think is good. There are a lot of stuff you might not get, like the Pokemon knockoffs, the Man Bear Pig, or stuff
Yeah.
like that. But as a whole, I think you can get into it and just have fun. The
uh,
thing is, you can have fun if you like that style of humor because there is no.
No, I disagree with you on that, and that's because one of my friends whose command of English is not good, but he's an avid gamer, played both South Parks, and he quite enjoyed both of them, but mostly the first one. And that's why I'm saying the gameplay is good enough for a gamer, regardless, even if non-English speaking gamer who doesn't understand what they're saying. It's a good game. It's a really good game.
I agree that it's a good game, but I'm saying that if you understand what they're saying, you need to be in that mindset. I think like you need to be fine with South Park humor of a general just getting naked for no reason.
Uh,
yeah, but to get the 100% of the joke, let's say, I think it's better to know the
yeah, of
South Park
course, of
as
Yeah,
yeah
course.
yeah
yeah, it's part of the franchise. I mean, I don't think it's canon to the series, but it's part of the franchise. It needs to be there. So you need to, if you do know, you will laugh more. But if you don't, you will laugh.
But I
yeah
just think it's really awesome that you have the whole entire city, entire town
Yeah,
of South
yeah
Park, and you can go to
you
almost
even have
every
shitty rock.
house. Yeah, we have everything, and that's a great thing. Like, even the thought is pleasing to me to be able to explore the town and talk to all the characters and just have a
Uh,
sense of the map and the entire town. That's a
I mean,
fantastic thing.
there's a lot when out of all of these TV shows, TV animated shows, and a lot of them have games of their own. The Stick of Truth is hands down the best one.
Yeah, and then
yeah
it's Simpsons Hit and Run. That's a fantastic game too.
I
Yeah.
have played Simpsons Tapped Out, which is a mobile game that is really bad.
No, that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Yeah,
Simpsons
and
Hit and Run was a PS2 game, and it's
oh,
actually one of the best GTA clones of all time. We have to mention it in our GTA episode.
yeah. Uh, then there is the Pocket Morty's game, which is just
No, I
Yeah.
don't like it.
bullshit.
Yeah,
Actually, South Park has an episode making fun of these freemium games,
yeah,
uh, and
Satan.
but they do
Yeah.
have a mobile game themselves, but it's more tolerable, and less pay to win compared to Family Guy and Simpson and Rick and Morty games, I think.
There is this principle in storytelling that says it's a trick, basically. If you make fun of what you're doing, you give yourself leeway to actually do it. The best example is Deadpool saying, "Well, that's just lazy writing," when they
Yeah.
are actually doing lazy writing.
But let's talk about like the art. One of the things that I loved in South Park is like you can change your outfits to many things. I remember for the second one, the fractured butthole. Uh, I do you remember the like the bikini of the detective when he was trying to get all people for like paying the hookers? Remember that
Yeah,
one?
yeah, yeah.
The one with freeze. I'm a
It's
cop.
red, I
Yeah,
think. Am I right?
yeah. I'm not sure.
To be honest, I
Okay.
never played that close
Yeah, but
attention to
anyway,
that.
I
No,
use
the episode when he tries to
Yeah, I remember the episode. He
get
wears
in,
a
becomes a pimp, yeah, and he
yeah,
yeah.
tries to
He
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 goes undercover to find out
yeah. He
uh,
wears a bikini, but he has a mustache.
yeah.
yeah,
And
exactly, in
yeah,
the
I
Yeah,
remember
blonde
that.
I
wig.
got that outfit for the game. I used it for the whole game. It was super funny. And do you remember like you had the ability to like take a screenshot? Sorry, not
Yeah,
selfie, a
yeah,
screenshot.
take selfies, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, selfies, and it was super funny. Like I saved the pictures on my PS4. Laugh a lot. And
Yeah.
like another one,
I do want to play Fractured Bottle. Like it's one of the things that is on my list. I'm saying one day I will play that one.
You know, the
But
thing is, the gameplay is not as good, like the fight systems and
I've heard
everything.
that.
Yeah,
I've heard that they overcomplicated it. They made it less intuitive. I've heard all of that, but
yeah.
at the same
It's
time,
not
it's
that, it's
but
just
superhero
not
stuff.
challenging, to be perfectly honest. Like in the first one, you actually had to
I
learn how
lost
to
a
play this
lot.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but in the
lost a lot.
second one is most of the time you just win without any endeavor, like
But
just progress.
there's a lot more content, like to the city. Like you can basically go to
Yeah.
every person's home. Like even some of the people's home, you don't even some of the kids' home, you haven't seen it in the TV series. Like maybe there has
Yeah.
been one episode in their home and that's it. But
Mhm.
you can go through everyone's home and you can actually take a shit in everyone's bathroom. There's a trophy for that.
and yeah,
Yeah.
Uh,
also there are like a lot of sorry, I forgot. For example, you remember there was a like a
Easter egg.
Easter egg. Sorry, I forgot the word. So, for example, I remember I did this. There was like a mission that you need to figure out the code for the Cartman's room,
Oh yeah,
and like
yeah.
I finished the game, so I knew what was the code. So I tried to like finish the game one more time, and at the beginning I didn't go to get the code, and I just went and entered the code, and Cartman started nagging. Okay, you are doing the Tom Brady thing, like cheating, and it was not Tom Brady, the other character, but it was like a footballer that cheated.
I think that's
In
Tom Brady.
is
yeah.
it?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
Tom Brady.
Super topical, like Tom
yeah,
Brady.
yeah, but it
Yeah.
was it was nagging. Okay, don't do this. And the other one was like for the intro. If you try to skip everything, You have the ability to do that, but Cartman is trying to stop you. But if you try, like, I don't know, 10, 20 times, the game ends. Like you see the like the credits at the end of the game. It's super
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of it's did keep the humor of the show, which is something that I enjoyed the most from the game. Again, I haven't played
I think
Fractured
the
Bottom.
enemies in Stick of Truth were funny. Like the Nazi zombies were quite
Yeah,
interesting and funny, in my opinion.
I remember Chef came back as a villain, a
Yeah. And
Terminator-esque
was it the
villain.
first one that you had to abort Randy, abort
Yeah,
Randy's
that was the
baby?
first one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I,
fantastic. Like,
I
I think the
think so. Yeah,
second
you need
one had
in
the
the
episode. Yeah, go ahead.
no, I was talking about I kind of confused it when you were miniature and you needed to go up Mr. Slave's asshole.
Hmm.
That was the first
uh,
one. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
the
That
the
was
first
Stick
one.
second
of
Yeah.
Truth.
one.
Wings.
The second one has, I think, that part that you went very small and like you go to your parents' room and then they're having sex and you
Yeah.
Yeah,
have
like the
to.
whole backstory of our character
Yeah,
in
Yeah,
I've
the
seen that
second one is
cutscene.
that your
like.
parents had sex and that just scars you for life. Like that's the entire backstory.
Yeah, you see your
Mhm.
dad fucking
Yeah.
your mom.
Yeah,
It just repeats many times.
Yeah,
but about the like the story, I love the first one, but second one has a lot of contents, but the
Yeah.
quality was, yeah,
Yeah, I
mediocre,
agree.
mediocre.
I think generally speaking, the first one is a better South Park experience and a better game.
to be
But the
honest, I
second one
think
is
if
really
if if I were
big.
to become a little bit snobby, I think the difference is the fact that the first one was based around RPGs, like medieval RPGs. And so they had a lot of material they could make fun of, like Dovahkiin. They made fun of that from Skyrim. They had a lot of material they could work off, but Fractured Butthole was based around superhero games, which, as we know, there are not a lot of good ones there.
Yeah.
No, it's not about the games. It's about more about like the story is about the story of the franchises like Marvel and
Uh,
the
No, I
the
know. I
war
mean
that
that.
happens between them.
I
I mean
mean
they didn't
the
have that. There
material
isn't.
to
Yeah, to
work
parody or
off
to
of.
use. Yeah,
yeah,
for
but
medieval RPGs, you have a
No, he
lot.
doesn't
Like,
mean in a gameplay sense. He means as
Mhm.
a part of the story.
yeah,
but I
and
don't think that's the reason. I don't know why the story is not quite as good as the first one, but that's not the reason. Because they use like a Lord of the Ring theme thing. But maybe because the first one was like a surprise to us. Maybe that's it. Because I remember I was surprised that this game is totally good. Usually, games based on like TV shows or films are shit,
Yeah,
like most of the time.
mm,
But
this was the
Well,
exception.
the thing was that most of those games, the people who make the movies or TV shows has nothing to do with the game, but
Yeah, but
the
this
yeah,
one, Trey
creators
and
of the
Matt
game
were
literally
totally involved
made the game. Yeah.
uh,
yeah.
in creation of the game. Okay, so I
Mm.
think it's time to
Talk
uh
about
our
the.
favorite episodes.
I mean, to be honest, let's just mention this because it's not big news. But they did two specials recently.
Oh yeah.
The COVID special, which was good. The vaccine special, which was very rushed, I think, very rushed. It had the same feeling for me as the post Trump presidency episodes. Like, we need to get this out sooner than we have to.
I agree. Yeah, the first
Yeah.
one.
I think the second one is all over the place, scattered, like
Yeah.
it's like blown up by a bomb.
The
Then
thing is, by the time they make the vaccine special, the Israeli vaccine thing is not even relevant. Because by the
oh
time they make the vaccine special, Biden has already bought them the vaccines.
And
Yeah,
also the first one, the pandemic special, I think they ended the first one quite bad. I didn't like the ending, to be honest. But
I don't remember the
ending
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 much.
was when
I remember
the
Randy
sound was
jizzing into everyone's wheat, but I don't remember
yeah,
much else.
the Randy's wife was also shown with a mustache, and Randy was like,
Yeah, everyone had a mustache.
yeah.
Yeah.
and Randy was like, "Oh, so you didn't smoke my weed?" And she was like, "No, I didn't." And he knew she's
Yeah.
bullshitting.
I
Okay,
I
the one.
remember the Build a Bear thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you meant, Babak?
No, no. I think that the ending was about like Stan was depressed. Remember? They went to like a store to
Yeah,
make a
You
doll.
mean Build a Bear? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Build a
Build a
Bear.
Bear.
yeah.
And Stan wasn't depressed. It was Butters.
It was
Yeah.
Butters. Yeah,
No, no, Stan was
It
depressed.
wasn't actually Butters. It was Eric, and Eric was projecting his own problems to
I don't
Butters.
know. Stan was projecting his own problems
Yeah,
to
Stan was
Oh
Butters.
yeah,
depressed.
right,
Stan.
right. It's Stan. Yeah, Stan
Yeah,
was
but
projecting.
they went there because Butters was promised.
To get a like a doll. Yeah, the bear.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I
yeah.
it yeah I agree. It wasn't really good. I think the problem is much like everyone else. They are also afraid of COVID, but they don't know how to show it as well as everyone while sounding like the contrarian they are. I think the best pandemic special we had so far, and I hate that I'm saying this because I really don't like that show, but it's from Mythic Quest. Mythic Quest has the best pandemic episode.
By the way, we forgot about the pandemic trilogy of South Park itself.
The
yeah.
uh, but
I
Uh,
don't.
Hamsters
It's
attack,
Oh
big
yeah,
hamsters attack. It's literally
yeah,
called pandemic.
yeah.
yeah.
It's
Pantsuit band.
making fun of found footage films.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Randy is,
yeah. Randy films everything.
filming
Yeah.
everything. He's sharing. Oh, and also we forgot about the uh episode where Randy takes a huge shit and Bono.
The Emmy episode, they
Yeah,
aired
yeah,
after they've won an Emmy, which
Yeah.
did the tagline the Emmy winning comedy, where they realized Bono is a piece of shit.
yeah.
And to be honest, as someone who doesn't like Bono, that's like I'm okay with that.
but
uh,
mm,
and there is the movie we haven't talked about the movie that much, which for me and Bobak was our entry into South Park, and it's a
Yeah,
really great movie. It's a great musical, also, by the
uh,
way.
yeah.
before going to the movie, like maybe it's related to the movie as well. Let's talk about Canada because Canada is like
Let's just blame Canada.
yeah. Let's blame Canada. Like everything is shitty in Canada. For example, do you remember the wedding that they put for the royal family? Everything was funny, like in the
The Tooth Fairy
traditional.
episode. Not the Tooth Fairy, the Tooth Decay.
Yeah, 2TK, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The cars were like
Canada.
they had like rectangular shape, and they
Yeah,
cut off. Yeah, they cut off
like
the
the
right arm.
graphics of South Park are already terrible, and they just
The fact
go
that
turn it
everyone
to
in
11.
Canada has that
Yeah.
mouth thing where they don't have mouths, just the top of their
Yes,
head comes off.
yeah.
But
Like
let's just
oh,
blame Canada.
Yeah.
That song was actually nominated for fucking Oscars, and Robin Williams sang it in the ceremony. Blame Canada.
Yeah, it was actually really, it's a really funny thing to watch if you just watch
Yeah,
it on YouTube that Robin Williams singing that it is. And I looked a lot to find a good quality of that
it's
ceremony,
really
but I
hard.
don't think it
Yeah.
exists. Like, I think that was the quality of recording back then. Just
No, no,
super shit.
it does. You need to get to the original recording that the Academy have archives of, which is why
Yeah.
when they put the clips of their own shows on their own YouTube channel, it's always so crisp and good because they have the original. Like there are shows from 1970
Mm.
that looks better than the shows that are aired now on Iranian TV. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, but the movie is actually really funny. Definitely watch it. And yeah, just that. Definitely watch it. It's actually, you don't need to watch the show to know what the movie is about.
Yeah, and also the movie came out so early in South Park history that there aren't
Yeah,
much backstory that you need to know about the characters, because I think it came
Yeah.
out after 3 seasons of the show or something like
it
that.
came out
So
in 1999, I think,
yeah, 1999.
which means it's 2 or 3
It was
seasons.
season 3, yeah. I think
Yeah,
season 3 aired around 99. But
and all you need to know is who is Saddam Hussein, which is, you already do. If you don't, just read a fucking book, learn a little history.
Yeah.
Did we
Contemporary
insult
history.
the French yet?
Yes, you did.
Oh
At the
yeah, good,
beginning,
good.
yeah.
Beginning.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
good, good. Fuck the French. Anyways, now let's
Yeah.
talk about our favorite South Park moments, and just, we are trying to keep this under 2 hours, so let's
and
just,
also
yeah,
favorite character. Let's do that
yeah.
one as well.
Okay.
So let's
I'll
start with
start.
Babak. No,
Okay.
let's
Okay.
start with
Babak.
Babak. Babak, tell us your
It,
favorite character.
okay, I think it's obvious.
Oh.
Eric.
Yeah, you already.
Yeah, but to be honest, I have like 5, 6 favorite episodes at least. But because Cartman wins in the Scott Tetterman Must Die, that one, I think it's in the season 5, 6, sorry, 6 or 5. That one's my favorite because Cartman wins.
That's a really good episode. You
Yeah.
you can tell us the other ones too. We don't have
Yeah,
a bit
Richard
of time.
Dawkins, that trilogy was good. It was super funny. The other one that I liked, the the Apple one, the Human Centipede. That one was
Yes.
hilarious. The other one I can tell you that I laughed quite a lot. Mm, okay, actually, because I liked South Park at the beginning, but one of the episodes that I liked and Matt Stone and Terry Parker hated is the one with the Oprah, like her vagina.
Oprah's vagina. Yeah,
Her vagina and her ass, like her butthole. They kidnapped everyone. It's
I
like,
Yeah.
hated that episode. Like
I know, like
yeah.
nobody likes
Me
it,
too.
but I love that one. I don't know why.
yeah,
It was
the
a
only thing
Towley
funny
episode, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's a million little fibers. The name of
Yeah.
the episode.
the funny
Yeah.
thing about that episode, the only funny thing is the deep voice that Oprah's ass has.
Yeah.
That was the only thing funny for me in that episode.
Yeah. And also the accent, like the accent,
Yeah.
the British accent was super funny. But yeah, I know nobody likes it, including the creators. Uh, but
Which
yeah,
again,
let's move on.
yeah. So, what about you, Soheil? What is your favorite character?
Um, for the character, I have to go with Eric. Like, the thing with South Park is I could laugh a lot to the like to the things they say, not specifically something which is funny, but like the way that they say it. And Eric has so many of those moments. Just the voices that come out of his mouth is just like makes me laugh. Like the insults he do and things like that. And for that, he's like my favorite character. Yeah, and even like
Yeah.
the screw you guys, I'm going home. Like even that,
Oh, that
Screw you,
failed
huh?
catchphrase.
Yeah.
yeah.
They
And
stopped doing that too.
but for
Yeah.
the episodes, like one of my favorite episodes that also has one of those scenes that Eric just says something that make me laugh is the Lord of the Ring episode. Is called The Return of the Fellowship of the Ring to the Two Towers. That's the name of the episode.
Yeah. I remember that.
And it is just the episode with the adult movie that they show butters instead of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many times I've sent Amireza that voice of that scene that he just said tags and he just keeps moving. Yeah, but other than that, one of the my favorite episodes that is very clever is the Mormons episode. It's
Oh yeah, yeah.
musical and it's like dum 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 dum, and they just
Actually, just a side note here. Matt and Trey, I, I don't think it's Trey. I think it's only Matt. He has a musical called The Book of Mormon.
Oh, they are both. They both.
Involved with it. Yeah, it
They
was a
Yeah.
both,
Broadway
yeah,
actually.
it was a Broadway show, and it's really good. Definitely check it out. It's really funny, like really funny. Definitely check it out.
yeah,
So,
but that for me, and also I think that episode is to somehow advertise the musical because that episode is related to the same time that they premiered the musical. But yeah, that was one of my favorite episodes. And yeah, other than that, I really like the death of Eric Cartman. That was very funny. That everyone just tried to ignore him, and he thought he's dead. Just all the stupid things that Eric did in that episode. Yeah, but there are so many episodes, and some of them are nostalgic, and some of them are just good episodes, and it's difficult to choose from. But it's just something that right now it came to my mind as I was thinking about it.
I can relate.
Yeah.
How about you, Amir?
Well, my favorite character is Randy, and my favorite episode is Human Centipede. But after that, I think mostly Randy episodes like Creamfish and
Creamfish. And a little
the
creamfish.
Guitar Hero episode. The
Just
I thought this is America. Isn't this America? Oh, and also the Margaretville episode I think is really funny, generally speaking.
Yeah.
And
to quite a again another side note. Have any of you ever tried creamfish?
no.
no.
I tried it in a soup, but I never tried it like as it is. I don't know how it tastes.
And how about you, Babak?
No. Like, to be honest, somebody offered it to me like once. So, yeah, it smelled bad.
I mean,
So,
it's yeah, it's a from sort of semi-fermented cream. So it's actually I've tried it a couple of times, and it's really good. Actually, I realized the obsession with it. Huh. Like
And what
it's
about yourself, Ali?
oh my favorite character is Butters. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that guy. I love the naivete. I love the stupidity. I love Professor Chaos.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons I do want to play Fractured Bottle is the Professor Chaos. My favorite episodes are, though, my biggest laugh was the episode where Cartman thinks his Middle Eastern classmate is a terrorist, and then they realize, no, it's a Russian guy
yeah,
that
the
works.
24 parody, that one.
Yeah,
Oh,
the 24 pound. That is a Russian guy that's working for the British, and the British are coming back to retake America. I mean, it just worked on
Mhm.
so many levels for me. I'm a history nerd, so jokes like that really work for me.
Yeah. And that is the
Oh,
Nice.
episode that Eric injects apple juice into his arm to
Yeah.
make his fart to smell bad. That
yeah.
Yeah.
something else.
The next
Oh,
episode I like is the anime one.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
was a good one too.
Yeah,
good
good times
times with
with
weapons.
weapons. Yeah, that
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
And also
That
the
one.
Imagination Land. That one
Yeah,
is good
Imagination Land. As I said,
to
there
mention
are
it.
three good trilogies in my opinion: the Imagination Land, the Console Wars, and I already
Richard
forgot
Dawkins
the
maybe?
third one that I said.
Was it the Richard
Uh,
Dawkins one or
no,
No,
yeah.
no, it was
uh
the other one. To
Oh,
be
I'm
honest,
practically asleep, so
Oh, the
don't I don't
yeah,
cartoon
yeah,
ones. The cartoon bars, you
yeah,
said.
yeah,
The
yeah.
one.
The
Yeah.
the one where they make
yeah.
a joke at Family Guy.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I mean, as someone who actually likes Family Guy way more than I like South Park, it was kind of like watching your parents fight.
Hmm.
I do understand. It's actually the one. Is it the one? It's it's episode 200, I think, because that's the same one where they want to show a picture of Muhammad and it's censored, right?
I'm not
Um,
sure.
they are also there, but I think the Cartoon Wars episode is not that one. The Cartoon Wars is the one that he goes
It's
to, or maybe I'm
they,
mistaken. The one, but it's the one that he goes to to Hollywood. I think Eric goes and Bart
No,
is
yeah,
no.
it
there.
goes and
In that
sees
one,
and
Family Guy wants to show it, and like
yeah,
they didn't show it. They censored the the Muhammad, and that was a problem. So he went there to stop the Family Guy.
yeah, and we realize Family Guy is written by a bunch of manatees.
Yeah.
And
And
something funny about Super Best Friends is that one of their
Oh yeah,
episodes is
the first episode.
yeah, it's has been blocked or not. They don't show it in I forgot the country. I think it's Sri Lanka because they show Buddha doing coke on the table at the headquarters, and yeah, that was very
That
funny. Yeah,
very first episode actually has an uncensored Muhammad.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it has.
Yeah, which I mean, well, it was fine knowing you, Matt and Trey, because now we are not going to cancel you, but if an Islamic group listens to this, they will find that episode and they will murder you.
Speaking of Family Guy, you know that they kind of hate Family Guy. Like, there's a dispute between Matt Stone and Trey Parker and all the
Seth MacFarlane.
people. Like not Seth MacFarlane, but he was furious because they mocked the writers for Family Guy. I think
Yeah.
that was the problem. But
I mean,
again,
I've
yeah,
heard Seth MacFarlane's interviews about Matt and Trey, and it's it's not funny when you realize both of the sides really do dislike each other. Like, and
yeah.
so with that, I think we are way over 2 hours, and
Yeah.
we
Not
need to
way
slowly,
over 2 hours, but yeah.
yeah. Anyways, with that, and if you're listening to this, do I don't know what platform you're listening to this. Maybe you're on a Telegram channel, maybe you're on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast. There is supposed to be a link. It's there, and we will probably put it in the description too. But if not, you can find it to our YouTube channel. Do go there. We are doing a new show there called YAR. We talked about it in our last episode. And the first
Yeah.
episode has been published. We haven't
Yeah.
yet come up with a scheduling plan for when we are going to publish them, but the first one has been published. It's about Portlandia season 1. Do check it out on our YouTube channel. Do comment and tell us what you want to see, either Yard or YASP.
Yeah.
And yeah, is there anything else, or should we do the outro?
I think we should do the outro.
Okay, so we will see you next time in 2 weeks for our GTA Part 2, unless we die or we don't feel
2
like
weeks or
it.
3 weeks?
Oh, sorry, 3 weeks. In three
Yeah,
weeks,
3
you will
weeks. Yeah.
see us for our GTA Part 2, and
Yeah, probably with the same guests.
probably, yeah.
Yeah.
And well, with that said, goodbye.
We want to thank you for listening to our podcast. We want to thank you for listening to a shitty podcast. Yet another shitty podcast. We are deeply happy inside, and you don't have anything better to do. Don't waste your time here with us. Yes, yet another Not a shitty podcast. Not a shitty podcast. Thank you for listening to our podcast.
اصلا یادم رفت راجع به اپیزود که کارتمن تو زندانه چی صحبت کنیم ولی خب مهم نیست.